Wargamers and fellow hobbyists. Welcome to another episode of On the Bench with Pete, and in this episode I invite you to paint along or assemble along with me, and together we can get our models done. So, without further ado, let's take a look at what's on the bench today. Hi there. Well, today, as you can see, I'm going to be working on this Hellbrute. So what I'm going to be working on are the gold areas, which are like the trims around his armour plating here and so forth. Now they've already had a base coat of Balthazar gold, but I want to get it like this fellow here. Let's have a look. So we put some Genna's gold over the top of that, but not completely over the top of it, just in sort of around the edges and the very edge of the trim and patches here and there, so you can still see the Genna's, the Balthazar gold underneath, because I want to have it looking a bit, I don't know, rough and war torn, as it were. So that's what we're going to be doing. Oops, always get the wrong way. So give my Genna's gold a good shake, and this takes a surprisingly long time. I often break the tentacle on these Hellbrutes here and have to keep repairing them as I paint them. Very annoying, but there you go. Right, let's give this one a good shake up here. Put some on my palette. It's a lovely colour gold, this, absolutely gorgeous. A little bit of water. Tiniest bit of retarder as well in there, I think. Just mix that together. So we're only going to be working on this guy. There we are. And off we go. So zoom in a bit there for you. Try and get this on the camera as best I can. Hopefully, as time goes by, I'll get better and better at this. So I'm just gonna go around the edges here. And the little arrows just gonna go in the middle of it, so I'm leaving the very edges on the inside dark with the Balthazar gold, and I'm just going around the outer edges with the Genna's gold, Genna's gold. There's so many golds. Just keep looking up periodically to make sure I'm still on camera. Actually, we'll come out a bit, I think. Yeah. Not filming this in, actually I'm filming this in the lowest quality I've got on my camera, because it's not like I'm trying to show any detail here. We're just painting along. So I want to get this stage out of the way, really. Some stages of models you look forward to, others you don't. This is one of the ones I don't. Make it sound like I've been painting for years. I haven't only been painting months, but even so, when I talk about, oh, that was a long time ago for me, it isn't actually a long time ago, just a long time ago since I started, in relation to since I started. So I don't actually mean it's a long time in reality, not for the likes of you guys. And obviously I go over, if I do go over the edges here, I can just tidy it up later on. Right. That's good. So, what's been going on with you guys? I've been enjoying YouTube this week, checking out loads of channels. It's been really cool. I don't have any new models, but that's probably just as well. Gives me a chance to catch up on some of the stuff I have got. Maybe for every model I buy, I should make sure I paint 2 models or something like that to try and catch up. I use my other one as a sort of guideline as well. So I'm not trying to cover the whole lot. I'm trying to leave a little bit here, and it's not meant to be neat. Although I'm sure in some areas I will want it a bit neater than I do actually do it. But that's just the way of things. There we are. I'll put some white on these eyes as well. These little eyeball things here. And the blue make them look a bit better. I know a lot of people do these Hellbrutes when they do them red, they do them in a lot brighter, like a Mephiston colour type red. So that's what it looks like anyway. I tend not to do that. For the corn red. Just like the darker red on these Chaos guys. I think it looks really neat. How did I do that? Amazing, it was only like one model away. I've forgotten how I did it already. Sometimes you just gotta try not to hold my breath as I do some of the things as well. There. So we get these models painted up, or quite far down. The posters arrived today. I've been out there, I've done shopping. It's always fun, not? The good old Aldi. No, they didn't have any Airfix kits in there, but I did go there. I didn't actually look for them, to be truthful. More interesting just getting the shopping and getting back home. Just a basic shop. Away I went. Pouring rain, so I got quite wet, which is always fun, not? Do that. There's an area I'll have to tidy up. That's not a problem. Not to worry. Got my tea in one of those keep it warm longer mugs now, which is just as well. Saves me tea going cold, I suppose. Actually, not that I mind cold tea. So I used to drink iced tea, but when you're expecting hot tea, it's nice to have hot tea. Let's move this over here a bit. Sorts of better lighting out at some point. I've changed the bulb in here as well to a bright one. It's not an energy saver, but it's a 100 watt bulb as opposed to the 60 in the energy saver. Just giving out a 60 watts worth of light or energy. There we are. I'm looking forward to seeing working on the showcase video for your guys, your pics that you send me. Starting to get some more in now, which is good. Always good. And once I've done that video, I can always reminisce over it anytime I like. I want to see some cool pictures. Maybe even get to the stage where I can say that, oh, look, this month we're going to do an orc showcase, and this month we're going to do a demon showcase, and this month we're going to do a space marine showcase. You know, so who knows? Might really take off. Especially seeing the standard of some of your painting out there, it's really awesome. I'm figuring, you know, the more I practice, the more I keep at it. Most of the techniques I employ are from the How to Paint Citadel Miniatures book by Games Workshop. So I figure the techniques I use aren't actually bad. It's just a matter of practicing them and getting the knack of them. Then of course there's the other odd technique here and there which I glean from watching YouTube. It's the beauty of YouTube. Love YouTube. Learn so much from it. So hopefully by the time we're through, I apologise by the way, I keep going off camera. Sometimes it's a little bit unavoidable. It's a particularly tricky area I'm on at the moment. I'm trying to keep him on the screen. It's a bit difficult to look up all the time as I'm painting. It's difficult enough whilst I'm looking at the model. So here we are. This will actually be the third layer of gold. He's a golden griffin dry brushing as well. I actually like bits left darker. It really adds to it. Adds to the menace of this monstrosity. Yeah, cool. Paint these horns as well. I'm looking forward to doing the next stage of my Broodlord as well. My Space Hulk Broodlord, or the Broodlord I'm using from Space Hulk to use in 40k. He's actually a spare Space Hulk Broodlord I got. I just got the sprues off eBay and assembled him and started making him into a 40k one, which is what I might do with a couple of the Gene Stealers. I haven't really looked at them yet, so but liking the Broodlord, so if he's anything to go by. I've actually put the Terminators together. They're assembled. I haven't really sat down and assembled a lot of stuff in quite a while, for me. Forget all this is relative to, you know, 8 months of my doing this hobby. So when I say a while, it's not really that long, but it seems like a long time to me. Try and get a little bit more zoomed in there. Yeah, so the quality of this video shouldn't be that great, but I'm trying to cut down on the rendering and uploading times, especially since my broadband seems a bit slower these past few days. Like I say, I don't want to get this gold everywhere. I just along the edges. If I remember right, his left arm was the with the claw was took the longest on the last one. I'm just totally making it up as I go along with this guy. I really haven't got a clue. I look at it and think, oh yeah, that's cool, that'll do. That's I mean, these guys, I'll probably be the only one looking at these. Because Chaos seems quite, I'd say a strategic army to play. Well, I think, as a from a beginner's perspective, it seems to me, I feel you need to know what you're doing really to play Chaos well. Not saying I want to play every game well, but don't want to go out specifically lose every game. Do you know what I mean? Reminds me, I must contact the Plymouth Association of Wargamers, see if I can go in and film there one Sunday. It's supposed to be quite good there. Different games going on. I thought it'd be good to show you guys and to see for myself as well what's going on there. Right. I'll have to set myself up with a painting challenge soon as well. And since I've done a bit more, finished a few more models, that's what I'm going to do. I think my challenges will start, well, from assembly. A few more areas to clean up here because I'm going over the edges. Yeah, so I'm not sure what to do. I've got a harpy I'd like to put together, Tyrannid harpy. I think I'd rather do the harpy over the hive crone. I just like the look of the harpy better. Yeah, so if I set myself that challenge, that means I've got to assemble it and paint it within what would be reasonable, a month. So I'm quite a slow painter, as you can gather. That would mean on quite a few on the benches, just sticking with the same thing, yeah. I find these particular bits quite tedious. Glad to get this stage out of the way. Sorry if I'm off screen, I can't tell. Just want to get this side done. Getting there. Definitely getting there. I've almost finished the Chaos Space Marine Codex. I'm wondering what one to start on after that. I know I've got to do more Armies Unveiled stuff with the Dark Angels yet, so I'll be concentrating on the Dark Angels. But, I've got quite a few codexes to read. Thinking maybe either the bog standard Space Marine Codex or Orcs. That'd be different. I like Orcs because they're just all over the shop, really. So I like them. Unpredictable. And they look a lot of fun too. At the end of the day, this hobby is all about having fun. If you're not having fun, what's the point of doing it, really? Gold, oh, I don't know. Gold, gold, gold. Yeah. I guessed about the right amount of paint as well. I'm using time I'm through. Surprising how long it takes to do all these different layers of painting on a model, any model really. Far cry from the good old days of Airfix when you around your mate's house you say, oh yeah, I've done an Airfix, and it's like, you know, 2 colours, 3 max. If it was 3 colours, you thought, wow, you know, he knows what he's doing. He's a real modeler. I wasn't into it. I think I did one. It wasn't an Airfix model, but it was a small, cheap equivalent, you know. Right. Anywhere I've missed. Bound to be somewhere. Oh yeah, bottom of his gun arm. Yeah. Get these done. Move on to the next one then. Which is always awesome. After this I'm going to get my Deathwing Terminators. Finishing up the base colours on those guys. I'm just trying to do all the base colours first before I apply any washes or whatever. So they look quite basic at the moment. Kind of saving the washes, so I just do it all in one go and I don't know, enjoy watching it come together at once. I've said many times, everybody's got their own version of their standard of tabletop standard. But regardless of whether you're a pro painter or a really bad painter, it doesn't matter. But is it just me on this one, or do you start off, you prime your models, you do a couple of base coats, whatever, you're thinking, yeah, this is going quite good, and then you start a couple layers down the line, highlights and whatever, you're thinking, it's looking a bit meh now, it's not going how I expected it to. Or is that just me? And then right at the end it seems to come together, which is good. Yeah. Should I do his big spikes on his arm? God, I'm thinking I will for now. Might pop some blood for the blood god on top of them. Splatter some of that on at some point. You can have some as well. Did this one yesterday. Yeah. So these videos are all these on the bench videos are just really test videos, I suppose. To see which style I like best. Which ones I like best. I mean, I enjoy doing them all. It's a matter of what looks best on screen, I suppose. I could touch that one a bit more there. Bit more there. Yeah, looks alright. Back to these leg guards. Yeah. I'll have to get on to eBay then to find out where my paints are. Because I can't carry on my Broodlord. Oh, I missed a bit there. Broodlord until certain paints arrive. And that is really annoying, I find. It's never the boring stuff you order which seems to have a problem with delivery, is it? Like, I don't know, say you ordered a big pack of loads of boxes of tissues or something boring like that. That always arrives on time. It's the stuff you want really bad, like your paints or your modelling equipment. Always seems to be a problem with that, if there's going to be one. That's just me, I think. So when I'm done with this video, I'll play it back, see if I think it's okay to put up. Bit more gold there. You always see bits you miss. And this is on the other model now. There we go. Oh yeah, a bit down there too. What was I thinking yesterday? Stuff on my mind. Stuff on my mind. I know some of you like to put music on while you're painting. I could do it. I suppose I should do it. I just don't. Never been that worried about it. Okay, I think he's at the same level now. There's a little bit more there, I think. Just to remain consistent. Of these two Hellbrutes looking fairly similar. The next Hellbrute I do will be a bit different. There we are. Go back to that one. So it's always good to go between a couple of models just to maintain consistency. Think, right, I did that on that one, I better do the same on that one now. Especially if these are going to be working together, which they will be. That is my plan. That is my plan. I've also got a Predator tank to put together, and I want to do that one as well. That's another project. But for now, let's get these done. And my Broodlord is not like a challenge thing. It's just purely a fun project I'm doing. Also teaching myself a bit of airbrushing as I go as well. Now that's looking okay for now. Yeah. Alright. So I think I'm done on this gold level at the moment. Don't think I'll be putting any more gold on here, just a little bit here and there, just to tidy up. The horns on the leg guard. Yeah, I want them more gold. As well. Yeah. It does just zoom out a bit here. It does take its time. It takes a lot of time. We'll make all the horns gold, I think. I think they just look better. They just look better for it. I think so. Up here anyway. Da 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 da. Yeah, might as well go for it. Any more horns? Any more horns? Any more horns? I was going to do them all bone. I'll keep these front ones bone effect. Not worried about splattering on the hose pipe thing here, because I'll be doing those separately later on. Right. Any more? There's always something. Well, I guarantee you, I've put this down and said, right, that's it. I'll find more. Always the way. Right, so I want these horns up here to be gold. I think they look cool as gold. another one over there. I'll go around and tidy up all the skin later on, more towards the end of the model. I'd say I'm over halfway to finishing this model now. Amazing how far you come on, really, but it does take ages to actually finish. Right. I think I can stop for a bit there. Right. Okay. Happy with that. Let's pop my brush over there. Glasses down. So I've got these two guys here. Yeah, they're looking fairly similar, so they can work in unison, side by side. Yeah, that's cool.